So it's bowl season. Uh, kind of excited. I love bowl season. I like some of the wacky bowls. One of my favorite bowls is New Mexico Bowl. It's always high scoring. I don't know about this year. You got Central Michigan and San Diego State. The Cure Bowl, I really don't recall that bowl, but you got Georgia Southern, Liberty. Ooh, excuse me. Liberty could score. Florida, Atlanta versus SMU, and Brocordia, uh, Roten Bowl down in Florida somewhere. I guess it's gonna be like at Florida Marlins Field, probably. That should be interesting. New Orleans Bowl, UAB versus App. What could App had done that they didn't lose that game to Georgia Southern? It is what it is. Las Vegas Bowl, Washington versus Boise State. They played consistently, and they look like they're gonna play in this bowl. I think they played in it a few years ago. I'm not really sure. I can't remember the Blunt. Remember when he punched the guy from Boise State after Boise State had upset Washington? That should be interesting. I wonder how big the Las Vegas Bowl is going to get. The reason why I bring that up, if you think about Las Vegas Bowl is going to have the Raiders Stadium there pretty soon. It's already in a pretty big market. And look at the Peach Bowl. Not saying that the Peach Bowl was a lower bowl, but back in the day that was the December 31st bowl. Now it's a big time bowl. So how much can that bowl grow over the years? The Las Vegas Bowl. The Independence Bowl, that's an interesting one because I think Louisiana Tech plays on there as their home field. So you got Miami, Florida versus Louisiana Tech. Kind of ironic because Miami, look how many times Miami played in the Orange Bowl. That's been their home field. The Military Bowl, North Carolina versus Temple. I guess it's going to play it on Ravens home field. That should be pretty good. Michigan State, Wake Forest. If Wake Forest is healthy, they'll blow Michigan State out. I don't think Wake Forest is going to be healthy. Texas Bowl, Texas A&M, Oklahoma State. Oil Money, Texas Bowl. A lot of people probably be at that old Big 12 rivals playing each other. Texas A&M is right down the street from it. USC versus our Holiday Bowl used to be one of the good bowls I like to watch. Wacky bowls. The WAC used to go there a lot. BYU won a national championship in the Holiday Bowl. Phoenix Bowl, Utah State versus Air Force. Who cares? But that should be pretty good. Cheez-Its. Camp World Bowl, Notre Dame, Iowa State. Boring. Louisville, Mississippi State. Boring. Music City Bowl. Red Box Bowl, Illinois Cal. Boring. Matter of fact, Cal's what they in Santa Clara, Berkeley ain't that far away. Utah, Texas, and the Alamo Bowl, boring. Virginia Tech, Kentucky, boring. Arizona State, Florida State, and the Sun Bowl. That one's always on CBS. I wonder CBS has ownership of that bowl or something. But Pac-10 versus ACC, rarely see that outside of this bowl right here. I think you something last year. 1 year was Stanford, Carolina. Miami's played against Washington State, I believe, in a few times. one of the few bowl matchups that the ACC and the Pac-10 plays in. Liberty Bowl, Kansas State versus Nevada. Slow, but that's going to be physical. Wyoming, Georgia State. Don't know enough about those two teams. I think both of them put a major upset. Georgia State beat Tennessee, and Wyoming beat Missouri to start the season off. Michigan and Alabama and the Citrus Bowl. We've seen that before. I don't know what bowl they played in. I know they played in beginning of the year one time before. I think it was down in Dallas. Minnesota Auburn, not really, don't care. Hey, I wonder, did Gus Malzahn get a extension for beating Nick Saban? Remember that happened last Gator Bowl. Tennessee, Indiana. Gator Bowl is usually an ACC bowl. I don't know if they changed it over the years, but it might be pretty interesting. Must need to go to sleep and keep yawning. Nevada, Ohio, and Iowa Potatoes. I don't know nothing about neither one of those schools. Tulane, Southern Miss. I don't know nothing about those schools. Miami, Ohio, and Louisiana, January 6th Bowl. I used to love when bowls was all on one day. Like, you had all the January 1st bowls. You had all the ones on December 31st. But now, you got bowls going all the way to January the 6th, 4th. I mean, bowls that are pretty much irrelevant. The third, Tennessee, Indiana, like I said, they used to be a Gator Bowl. Used to be a December 31st Bowl, but things change. New Year's 6 bowls, Sugar Bowl. You got Georgia, Baylor. Georgia probably say they don't want to play in this bowl, probably get beat up again like they did last year to Texas. And have a whole bunch of excuses why they didn't play hard. Wisconsin, Oregon. That's going to be physical. You got to love that type of bowl game. Virginia versus Florida. It's going to be boring, Both of them don't play very good offenses. Florida might be able to put some points up against Virginia because Virginia's secondary is kind of suspect right now. Memphis, Penn State could possibly be a high-scoring game. Norvell, the coach at Memphis, is not a coach at Florida State. That could be interesting. But you gotta love bowl season. All right. Y'all have a good night, man. I'll get me some sleep.